Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, how are you guys doing?
Good afternoon.
Hello, anyone here in the group? Or am I talking to Autobots?
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, ma'am.
Okay, I need a confirmation from someone that I'm audible, please, because I can't see anyone speaking to me. I can't hear you guys.
You are audible.
One second,
Audible.
one second. I think I know what's the problem. Just one second. Yeah, I think now this should be sorted. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah. Am I now audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am, audible.
Yeah, cool. I think I understood what the problem is. Thank you so much, Dhananjay, for the confirmation. Also, good afternoon, each and everyone. It's a fine evening on about to be evening. It's an afternoon and about to be evening on a Saturday afternoon here. And as all of you are here, I'm sure every one of you is has one term that I can address every one of you here with. That is, all of you are aspiring content writers. Some of you must have already done some content writing and is aspiring to be a better one, and some are just getting started in this field. So today, basically, we are all together here, starting embark on a journey which is a area of world of content writing. And this field has evolved a lot. So if I go back to when this was somewhere in 1999, when I was first introduced to this and by one of my senior or mentor, this was a very humble place. It was a very humble place. Very less people knew about it. What we knew at that time in 1990s was content writers are advertise makers, or they are people who create advertisements, marketing materials for hi-fi things like Bollywood and other stuffs, or for big companies, tycoons. We create work for them, that is content. And people who had very good, very great English were the ones who were like selected to talk about it. To even they had a very small group of people talking about it. This was very humble beginnings, really very humble beginnings. But at this moment, when I look at it after like 24 years, 25 years in this industry, it has boomed to be a very dynamic industry. It's just like proudly presenting itself as a new measure. I think if I go back and I see how this started off, everything started when too much of the publicity, or what I would say is common people coming into content writing, and not only journalists and writers and authors coming in it, but common people starting doing content writing started with the advancement of social media. Basically, you could first bring up mediums like websites, blogs, which were the very initial things which were like being written by general public, as well as was being published for people, for the public. So with internet, with social media, this is what started off. Then came in things like Orkut, Facebook, okay, Yahoo Messengers, to Google Plus, Google Business, and now there is like there is no limit at this moment, limitless opportunities, limitless places where you have every now and there you have blogs, you have platforms where you can write WordPress and many other things. And but the need remains the same. The need is to provide a good information, informative, engaging content for everyone, for everyone. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone in the world. Okay, you may be sitting in your house in India and writing, but what you're writing for is for someone.
आज फैसला हो करने का बोला आपने बाप अरे
Can you guys please keep your self muted? And can you, the coordinator please make me the host so I can like get these guys off? Please make me the host so there is no if there is something I can handle it. Okay, cool. Sorry for that. Now, when this the need for it, as I was saying, has been the same on the lines of getting a good, engaging, and informative content, which is and was and will be the requirement for everyone every time. Okay. So then when the demand kept growing in 1990s to 2000s, we saw a lot of surge in the content in blogging, in social media, and basically all other parts of digital marketing strategies. So digital content became a major grand thing for us. So at this moment now, if you are even thinking of writing a book of your own, just a book to share your own life experience or whatever, you still need digital content to sell it, because you're writing something for not for yourself, you're writing for the world. How will the world reach to it? You still need digital content writing. If you are writing a simplest blog on LinkedIn, you need another content to let people know that you have written something in LinkedIn and post that to Instagram or to other social media to spread the word as well. Okay, if you're doing a research, you're just doing a quick research on any XYZ topic, maybe just how to live more happily in a given situation, how to not react but keep responding to circumstances, anything. You are writing a blog on it, and you're writing it just for yourself on a piece of paper or on a closed Microsoft Word. That's a content, and that is for you that you are writing, and it's a content. The point where it becomes a professional content as a content writer or a professional content is how much that blog is worth. When I say worth, it is writing out for yourself. Where are you going to put this blog? From the Microsoft Word, where are you planning to put this word? Are you planning to put it in LinkedIn? Are you planning to put it in WordPress blogs? Are you starting your new blog, or you already have a blog site? Do you have a website of your own where this is going to go? Where is the platform? Basically, choose your platform well, or you're going to sell it to another client who can use this blog better than you. Anywhere where you can sell this particular, where you can place this particular blog, which will find its worth there. Now, again, the worth isn't always money. You work for a client, you give a blog, write a blog for a client. The client pays you money as per the number of words or as per the effort that you have put in, or whatever the working capacity or the remuneration contract says. The first very important factor in all of this is, what is the outcome? Your payment from the client is not the end goal. The end goal is, where is this being published and what is the impact of that publication? It can be published to a website where it is increasing the organic traffic flow to the website. It can be published in a social media where followers are growing. It can be published in a place which shows your light, like it shows how good you are at writing, and you get a job opportunity or a collaboration opportunity out of it, which happens in LinkedIn. You write in LinkedIn, people see your writing, get attracted to your writing, and come and work with you, start working with you. where you're getting your clientele, you're getting your client is getting a good business, your website is getting a good traffic, or your social media is getting more followers. These are some of the outcomes, and these are basically more of the payments than the actual money involved. Why do I say so? You get money as per the job that you have provided, but you get hired again, or somebody talks about you, or you become the magnet to various jobs because you have written well and it has given the asked for outcome. That's the reason why the dynamicity and the boom of content writing has only been growing and never coming anywhere down or lame during this entire 2 decades that I talked of. Let's bunk the 1990s part and start from 2000. We are still talking about 24 years. And I am being very honest with you, because most of this time I started off somewhere in informally, I started somewhere in 1999 to write for people, for others. And formally, as a profession, I started somewhere around in 2005. And from 2005 to now, I'm talking about 2024. I've been 2 decades in this industry of content writing, and I can tell it with utmost guarantee that the boom is not going to stop even for the next 1 decade. It's going to keep booming. One of the main reasons is the digital market is booming. The more platforms is created, the more independence of speech is created, the more independence of opinions are created, the more be self-reliant and work from home cultures and entrepreneurs and startups are being encouraged by the government, the more requirement for content writers. And content writing is one place where you can choose whether you want to join a content writing company and write on behalf of them, or you can just start off on your own. Just start off on your own and become a hook for multiple clients. I think the second journey is far easier. I think so because I have gone through that myself. The first journey is not bad as well. I mean, having work with companies who hire you and then hire clients for you is also good. But relatively, you'll get less payment. You will get relatively less time for vacations. But yeah, you don't have to create a system there. If you're doing it for yourself, you have to also create a system for it. Like any other industry, this industry works on a systematic manner. You need to have certain features with you, certain knowledges with you, so that you can go through this entire thing. Now, in content writing, one of the very majorly talked of word is search engine optimization. Why? Because if you're writing something in digital media, writing something for a website or something, the most important thing is how will people search it? When will they get it? How will they get to it? You can write something and post it, but how will people know that you have done it? There are hashtags for it. There are certain words to be used for it. There are multiple strategies for it. But having a good search engine optimization is a collateral work that you have to keep doing, have to keep working through. Without that, you're not going anywhere. You're not moving ahead in your work. Having said this, today, now, content writing is creating opportunities for creative minds. Okay, as long as you have a good creative mind and you have discipline in work, it's creating a great opportunity for everyone. With this, we are getting into a place where you are going to combine the scientific points, facts, and figures of how people think, how people perceive information, to the art of giving them what they actually need, art of content writing. Because if you talk about content writing as an industry, it's not fully art and it's not fully science. There is science which is being needed. You have to understand what are the scientific reasons why people engage with a particular word, engage with a particular content, with a particular industry, while at the same time you're also looking at the art of delivering it. Having this 2 decades of experience in this has taught me a lot, and one of my teachings is what today we are going to take up in this webinar for you to understand more about what you're diving yourself into. And this, what I call it as a ASR technique of content writing. Now, in the program, also, you will find this at multiple places in multiple ways. But the reason I chose this for discussion today is because I want you to understand what is your ultimate goal here. What are you diving yourself into? Okay. What do you learn? You will be given during the program. You'll have all your tools during the program. You'll learn about the theories. You'll learn a lot about what to write, how to write, and so on and so forth. But one of the things which might not come in very directly during all the programs is, why are you even here? Why is it that content writing is important to people? Before I dive into the ESR theory, let me ask every one of you one thing. Okay, you can put it on the chat, or you can unmute yourselves and speak, whichever way you are convenient. Just let me know, what is one thing without which content writing cannot work? What is one thing without which content writing just cannot work? What do you need? You cannot just do without it. What skill or what knowledge is one thing that you will always need for content writing? Guys, please.
I think content itself is important.
What do you mean by content?
Like knowledge on any given topic on which I'm supposed to write on.
Okay, let me just put it this way, Mohit. So I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, but I want to understand this more. What are you really, trying to convey here, and for everyone? So Mohit, let's say you are a content writer at this moment, and I am your client, and I am applying for criminology course for a higher education, and I am hiring you to write a statement of purpose for me. Statement of purpose is a content written on why do I want to join something. It is supposed to be given to the college, university, to prove that I'm eligible to work with them. It's called statement of purpose. Okay. And I am hiring you to write this. You have zero idea about criminology. I am the client, and I know about it very much. I know as much as should be known for a person who is about to go and start criminology. So I've not yet done criminology. I'm just interested in it. So that much I know. Now, in this context, what would you say is the content or the knowledge that you should need to write work for me?
In this case, I should really know, why would a student opt for criminology, and what kind of students apply for, what stream of students apply for this course? And then
to be able to know this, what is the action that you are doing? This is the outcome. This is the prerequisite of this project, and it's an outcome of your action. But what are you doing?
I need to search for the information.
Search and research. Okay.
Yes.
Research is the skill which is required for content writing. It's not the knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mohit. And I hope this makes things clear. Yes, the ultimate outcome is knowledge about that fact or facts and figures about that particular area on which you're going to write. Yes, but that's the outcome. And also it's a short-lived outcome. For the project that you're writing, know about it for that time and then forget about it. The actual skill that you need to acquire is researching skills. I'll call it researching skills, not searching skills. Searching something on an internet is just one step. Your main thing is, how curious are you? How much of journalistic skills do you have? How good questions can you ask people? When you interact with people, when you observe people, when you read something, when you search your social media or search Google, How do you find it? What are the various other search engines that you can find your work from? But the idea is being able to research, being able to dive into a topic, know what facts and figures you need to present a particular work to people. So this is researching is, yes, one of the most important things. Any other things? I think I have something here from Priyanka. She says, she says you should have niche knowledge, skill to express and research. Niche knowledge, Priyanka, I have a question for you here. What do you mean by niche knowledge? What is the niche for content writers as per you? What is the niche for content writers? Not only Priyanka, anybody can tell me. What is the niche for content writers? Anyone? No? Okay, niche knowledge is correct, or I would say domain knowledge more than niche knowledge. And the domain is in content is language. You should be good at your language. It doesn't have to be English. No, it doesn't have to be English. You can be very good at Hindi. You can be very good at any other language. But you should have a control on your language. What is having a control on your language? You should know how much of that language you know. Whatever you know should be grammatically correct. And if you are tweaking the grammar, very good, you're tweaking the grammar, you are twisting it for more search optimizations, and you're twisting it for making it more engaging, you're using some vernacular expressions to make it better. Pretty good. Or you are creating a trend, or you are following a trend, whatever. As content writers, you should be able to create trend more than follow it. Yet anything that you're doing, you have to start with following some trends and understanding what trend is, and then you can create trend. Not creating trend is not something that favors everyone every time, is something that needs to be done properly. Yet the point here is your domain here is language. A power, your knowledge on that language is your power. It can be Hindi, it can be any language, but you should know the right form of it so that you can tweak it for the other things. Never dilute the knowledge of the language. If you know that at this time, out of the scale of 5, you are somewhere at 2 or 3 with your language, whatever language, Hindi, English, you should score yourself out of 5. Score yourself. How confident you are on that language? How good are you at that? In speaking, in writing, how good are you? Okay, when you write something, open up Grammarly, write a simple paragraph, maybe 200, 500 words paragraph. Open up Grammarly, free Grammarly version, no need to buy it. Just go to the Grammarly, put it there and see your score. If your score is anywhere less than 80, then score yourself somewhere at 2 or 3. English I'm talking about, obviously, because Grammarly doesn't take any other languages. Other languages you can find, there are various apps for such, for other languages as well. But again, you need to see where do you stand first in your language. Okay, understand, that is called understanding your language skills, where do you stand? Accepting it, that okay, I'm at 2 or 3. Fine. Nobody, on the scale of 5, nobody is beyond 4 ever, because if you are considering yourself 5 out of 5 in a language, every language has a change trend, every language has more to dive in, every language has more to work on, and languages change, the usage of languages change, grammar changes, so you can never say you're a 5 out of 5 on any language. So 4 is the maximum value anybody can get, so you're 2 or 3, that's fine, that's not a big deal. You just have to keep it consistent, know that you are there, and what are the things that you need to work on, go ahead and work on them. Again, apply to all languages. You might think you're very good at I'm not good. I have got people telling me, many of my mentees come to tell me that I'm not good in English, but I'm great in, Hindi. And then I say, show me some content which is written by you in Hindi. And there has been people who have come to me with shairi, poems, okay, love poems, shairis, written in so-called Hindi, but in that the Hindi is wrong and there are Urdu words in between. And I'm telling him that, Please tell me which language is this particular shairi in. Is it in Urdu? Is it in Hindi? Or is it a mix of Hindi and Urdu? Or you have no idea what you have actually written? Okay, it makes sense. Fine, I can understand what you have written. Fine, but I'm not engaging with it mainly because it's not sticking to a single language. Write a Urdu shairi, write completely in Urdu. Writing a Hindi shairi, Hindi is a very sweet language, write in it completely. Writing an English poem, please write it in English completely. Okay, stick to a single language in content. If you don't do that, it's very hard. Now you would say that isn't content supposed to be engaging by hook or by crook? Yes, your final content should be engaging by hook or by crook. You can tweak it. You can make there can be a tagline which has both Hindi and English in it because your client has asked you to do it. As I said, you can tweak a language only if you know about that language and you know where you stand with that language. Let's say your original place is everything is a khichdi, is a mix up of all languages for you. You'll never be able to place yourself on the go. You will never be able to understand what your potential value is. So if you're somewhere in 3 and 2 and you know that you're very good at tweaking them, very good, you can use that skill to make better content. Never mind. But again, understanding where your languages is. So language, I would take first as a very first thing that you need, very crucial thing that you need. The next is your research capabilities. And third is your communication skill. Why would I bring in communication skill and what is a communication skill in content writing? The ability to express yourself, as rightly said by Priyanka. In content writing, the fact is it is not the ability to express yourself, but is the ability to connect with your reader. You don't have to express yourself. You rather don't express yourself. The only catch is that you have to connect with your readers. Let's say I am a content writer. Okay, let it be, not me. Let me pick one of you guys and say, okay, let's say Diksha is a content writer and she is a content writer for the last 5 years. And from day one, she became a content writer. She has been aspiring to write a blog on how to keep yourself fit without having a, designated time for workout, a designated meal or anything at all, because she feels that day-to-day life is already too much. Having a place, having a diet, I want to eat this, I want to eat that, is not convenient. And having the work every day, managing household, doing your own work is enough. I don't want to have a dedicated workout time as well. So what she wants is to find way, keep fit, do exercises without having a dedicated time towards this, like do daily work as an exercise, and mix and match everything together, doing this but also doing exercises with it, how to make a roti but also do hand exercises with it, how to talk to people as well as keep doing some finger twitchings with it, whatever, that sort of a thing. And also in diet, how to make sure in daily diet you are having a balanced diet and you are getting everything and understanding your body, what it needs when, and how to twist your own meals that way so that you can get it, and not to get any hi-fi diet or anything, but in day-to-day life how to do it. That's what she wanted to do. First 2 years she wasn't confident that she can write, so she didn't write. Next 1 year, she went through learning what others are writing about this topic. Like how many people have been writing about it? How many things are there? How many people have researched on it? Who are the people researching on it? She talked to doctors. She talked to multiple other content writers. She read a lot of books on it. And she filled her entire head with a lot of knowledge on the 3rd year. Now, the 4th year, she's completely frustrated. She wants to write. She has a great content written in her Microsoft Word, and she posted it, but nobody viewed it. It was the worst post ever. Okay. Now, in this entire example, what I want to show is, though this person is a content writer for 5 years, 4 years, 4 years, 5 years, has a good researching skill, has a good, language skills, but has not been able to engage with the readers. That's one of the reasons here, because she did not work on engaging with the readers at all. If you think something is worth it, if you as a content writer, and not if, when you start doing writing, you should treat all of your contents as your own child, that they are like values, priceless, and you have to stage them at the best platform, like you do with your children. Usually you place them at the best platform, put them, like, give them a hype about what they can do, give them a very good platform so that they can present themselves well. Do the same with your content. If you think it's very close to your heart, the first thing that you should do is build your readers towards it. Give a short content, memes, and engaging other types of various things. Like, what are the problems that you face while doing workouts? How many people of you are here who have put in interaction with your audience, is what I'm saying, right? Blog on. How many of you have paid for gym but never gone to it? How many of you find that 24 hours is not even enough to do usual work, how to take care of yourself? How many of you always put your self-love, in the least priority? I'm not touching my topic yet. My topic is about giving ideas on how to do your regular work as well as take care of yourself. I did not touch it. But what I'm doing is I'm giving various other blogs to engage with my audience so that they are ready for my upcoming actual blog on these tips. I'm building my audience towards it. That building capability is your communication skill as a content writer. This is something which you work through with your clients and understand, okay, this is what I'm working at. This is how I'm going to put in. These three skills that I talked of is then presented as a ESR model. E means emotional gradient. Emotional gradient means how are you connecting? What emotions of the readers are you connecting? If you have written something today, you have written something yesterday, you have been writing for last 1 month, and you have 5 followers in your blog site. How much are those 5 people looking forward to what is your upcoming blog? That's your emotional gradient. How will they do it is when those 5 people really connect with what you're writing. So in your content, you should always try and connect with your readers. Show them what is the kind of pains they are in. Show them how this blog can help them with those things. If you're about to give tips later on, please first put in an idea of how and what is the problem and how badly it is affecting your readers, so that the readers are looking forward to those tips. So this is the emotional gradient. You touch emotions. Okay, how you do it can be different for different types of contents, but what you need to do is basically get that emotional gradient out. Okay, the second thing is your having the story about what really is happening. Everything that you write, even if you're writing a technical document about how to do something, or writing an SOP for a technical thing, how to open your Gmail, you're just writing that. There is a storytelling in it. There is a storytelling in any and every content that you write. And if you not be able to write a good, grasping, engaging story, nobody will read it. Maybe some people will be like, forced to read it, but they will not come back. But if you write a good story, no matter what you are writing on, even if you have zero content inside it, but you have a context and you have been writing, giving out a good story, whether you're doing it in a form of a writing blog, or you're doing in the creation of a video content or a reel or anything for social media, or you're just writing a technical document. If you convert it into a good story, people connect. So if you write down step 1, open Chrome. Step 2, open Gmail. Step 3, login. Step 4, click on inbox. Your emails are ready to see for view. No story in it, no connect in it, no emotional gradient in it. Now, if you check turn the same thing into Alex, who's using her Gmail for the first time. She already has a official email. What she now needs to do is start an email. This is how she does. She opens up the Gmail. She opens up Chrome in her laptop. She opens Gmail first and then logs in with the credentials provided by her office and then changes the password to her own and then checks in the inbox, and wow, she has all her emails ready and she is ready to start. I converted the same boring words into a story. Looks far better than the earlier version. Storytelling works for everyone and everything. Now, if you are writing something for government of India or a regulatory authority and you're not allowed to bring in all this engaging factors, fine, then you're writing a report. Still, you have a story to say because you will have to write it in a chronological order. Writing in that chronological order is also a story. Something that you do first and then you do this, and there has to be logic behind what you're doing. Why are you even doing that? So all of that together is storytelling. And you have to have a very good storytelling. Third one is retentive factor. What is a retentive factor? I talked about it a while ago. I'm just repeating myself here. You need to not only able to let people read your blog or read your article or read your content, you need for them to look forward to your next one. Retain them to yourself. How do you do that? You do that by the same connect, by the emotional factor and the storytelling. Just adding one more point to it is reach. If you can reach to your people, then you can connect with them and they will stay and retain with you. Why your people or your target audience is what I mean. So you have to put the right hashtag. You have to use the right words, which people whom you're writing this for are also searching in that same platform. Let's say you are talking to your school students. Okay, you want to talk to your school students. Okay, you obviously can't go and write in a Cartoon Network. So where can you write? Where do the school students have access to? You might want to write in YouTube, yes, but there is still rare chances that every student has YouTube or every student goes through YouTube. Not all goes through YouTube, but at least you can make sure that if someone is going through YouTube, this is marked as for children only, for kids only video, and that they get it in their feed. The next thing that you can see is it is clearing the parental control. The third thing that you can see is you can also address make sure that it is being addressed by the parents, because parents are the ones who actually find the content for the kids and then convey it to their kids. So you make your content in such a way that it at least reaches the parents so that it is eventually goes. You can also get it to reach to the teachers because they're also a medium by which the students can get your content. And this is how you build your reach, your path to your intended audience. So your path to the intended audience, your storytelling, and your emotional gradient. Three things, ESR, is what is your main weapon, is your main skill to show off in content writing, entire content writing. Now, this entire session that I took today is independent of any modules that you work on through your entire upcoming course. So it applies to everything. Every kind of content that you're going to write through. Okay. Any questions, anyone? Was it too much to cover? I don't think so. I think I have given only a bit. No, niche knowledge, that's not niche knowledge, because then you will have to keep changing your niche every now and then, and that doesn't make sense. Your niche is basically writing and language. That's your niche. Priyanka, not the topic on which you're writing, because your topic will keep changing every day as a content writer. Sometimes it will be you who will be deciding what to write, and sometimes it will be your client who will decide what to write. But your content's niche will always keep changing. Topics will always keep changing. So you don't have a niche as a content writer other than content writing itself, language, and writing. These two are your niche. That's it. Okay. Any questions? Anyone? Okay, I think this is it from me for today. And I've had a great time talking to you guys. I hope this helped you guys. I hope you guys have made some good notes out of this. We'll dive in more to what are these various modules? How do you see content writing in various ways? And I think one of the best advantages, which I have seen in my last 2 decades, is knowing each and every facet of content writing. You can then choose to do something and not do something. So I know about every facet, but mainly I do write on medical writings, regulatory writings, and high paid sales writings, opt-in pages, because I can choose. So you can choose only when you know everything. I also write ghostwriting for creative writings for others, but I don't write so much of my own books at all because nobody pays me for that. I have to still sell the book. But I write a great content for selling books and putting things into library. So I choose jobs which are highly paid. But I can choose that only because I know all the facets. If given me a work one day to do, maybe write a script, I can. If anybody gives me a right to do technical writing on anything, I can. I've worked with Wipro and I've worked with Delta Airlines to work on a lot of their technical contents, and it has been fun doing that as well. So it's just that you need to know all of it, and then you can choose what you want to do and what you don't want to do on the basis of how much you're being paid and how much effort you have to put into it. So I think that is it. And as a closing note, I'll wish every one of you all the best. Connect with the coordinator and the Henry Harvard representative that you've been working with for any questions related to when you start or what the program is all about, or any curriculum words that you still have. I look forward to see you on the other side and have a great time with you guys taking the training forward. All the best, all of you. See you soon. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.